Alright, this is Morbid Mind 6. I'm going to do a review today of the Exceed Hyperspeed uh, Nitro 4-wheel drive buggy. Uh, I read a lot of reviews that say that these cars aren't worth anything, that they break instantly, they come bad, all kinds of stuff. I've scoured the internet trying to find some information on some what kind of tires you can swap out, stuff like that. And I thought I'd do a poor man's review, so to say. Uh, First off, when you get the car, the first thing you want to do before you even run it, I think this is a lot of people's problem, is check it over. Make sure everything's tight. Make sure all the screws are in place. And tighten stuff up that isn't before you run it, because if you run it and it comes apart, it's going to break. And I think that's a lot of people's problem of why their stuff breaks. And definitely go through the break-in process on the engine. It's got a little .16 engine, and you can swap these engines for the .18 and the .21. Anything bigger than that, I think, is considered a big block. On mine, so far, the only modifications I've made is I put Traxxas / shocks on it. They're a direct fit. The front shocks are supposed to fit the front and the back, but I put the long shocks on the back, just put them in different mounting hose, and now it doesn't have the bounce that it has from the factory, front and back. It actually works like a fairly decent buggy. That has a big difference too, because you're not putting as much shock and stuff into the little A-arms. And really, that's the only weakness I see. But I have done some investigating, and a lot of Traxxas / parts will fit this car and some other cars. There's no need to go buy the aluminum shocks. These right here are the Traxxas big bore shocks. Put some socks over them, and it gets out there. Tires. People say you can't replace these tires because you can't find any others with the same offsets. eBay's your friend. Go look on the specs on these tires, and you can find them. You can get them with foams, without foam, depending on what you want. Got a little extra ride height on mine because of the shock setup. Like I say, it just makes a big difference in the driving, a lot smoother. Definitely do the break-in on the engine. Besides that, I see no other problems with the car. My first running after I broke the engine in, I did a pretty bad wreck on mine while bashing it because of the bouncy shocks before I put these on, and it probably rode 10-15 times, full speed crash, and it didn't do anything to the car. I checked it over everywhere. It's perfectly fine. And one thing I can say about these cars is the back wheels do not fit. They're way too small, because if you can see, when I push this car down, the very corner of the wheel and the A-arm do hit each other, both sides, and that is not good. So actually going with a little taller wheel, not much wider because you don't have a whole lot of room in here, but if you can get a taller wheel with more diameter to clear these A-arms, you'll have a lot better running experience. Besides that, the car's pretty fast. It does not go 55 miles an hour. If you read, it says scale speed is 55 miles an hour. These things go probably 35, 40 at the most, depending on your tune. And here pretty soon I'll get a video of it running and everything like that. I've only put maybe 5 tanks through this one. You really don't need a full 4 or 5 tanks for a break-in if you do it right. And These cars are well worth the money if you put a little time into them, and you don't have to do a ton of upgrades. Just the shocks alone made this car a totally different experience. And that's about it. I mean, these cars, they're not going to break right out of the box unless, I mean, it's like anything else. You can buy something new and it can break. I mean, my experience with Exceed is been a good one. Some people just got bad luck, get bad stuff. So that's my review on this car. I got another one coming up on one of their rock crawlers. All right, thanks. Bye.